Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. Hear that rooster sing, coffee's ready for a fling. Southern Fried has news for you. Updates on life's going on, and maybe a joke or two. Get up, pray up, and coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. We got laughs, we got prayer, celebrate our nation every day. Love our vets, love our land. It's the home of the free and the land of the brave. Get up, pray up, coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. So come on in and have a blast, for a good time that will last. Start your day with a smile, with the hosts that do the most. And get up, pray up, coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile.
Well, good morning to everybody out there at Southern Fried Podcast land. It's Friday. You've made it. I'm Rob. That's Dave. And we're here to start your day off. How you doing this morning, Dave?
Alive and well, ready to tackle the day.
Well, we've got rain. Rain, Dave. We've got rain. We've needed it. We've been out of rain, no water coming down out of the sky. The plants were all ticked off at us. But we've been getting some peanuts out of the ground. This will delay some of that. But my goodness, did we need some rain.
Well, good Lord gives us lots of stuff that we need, and just right on time. So I'm sure it'll help breathing. It'll help water supply, and maybe wash a few cars off.
So I got my new mint coffee in from our Southern Fried Podcast coffee store. I'm gonna tell you, dude, it's not overly strong, but it's definitely got the hints of mint in it. Man, it's good.
I'm glad to hear that. Everybody's a little different. Like some people, they can't handle a certain strength or they want it stronger. You have to kind of play with the different blends to see what works. Miss Jen, she said the single use pods were too strong for her. They're a little more robust than she likes, but she liked the other one. So she said she would stay with that. She's trying different things, but some people can't handle a strong coffee. They have to get something a little lighter, or kind of middle of the road. I wouldn't say that I like it real heavy. I'm kind of a middle. I like that kind of a morning blend kind of coffee, and that's what I ordered was the house blend. We have a breakfast blend. I've had that. It's excellent. Also, I've actually had about 7 blends, and they're all kind of right there in the middle. Some a little bit more leaning strong, some a little bit more, or just right in the middle. And one of them was a little bit more to the lighter side. You just got to find your taste. Good morning, Sky Blue. Now, I like the name.
Wow.
And good morning to you as well. If we can pull her up there. Peters. Oh, I probably butcher your last name. I'm not going to try. But God bless you. I don't want to mess your name up. I like the blue sky. Sky blue. There used to be a bar in town. I think that place was called Sky Blue or something like that. Man, that place was. I never went in. I just rode by doing patrol. There's a lot of wild stuff happened there. Thank you for that. Appreciate the God bless you back. The world needs more people just wishing everybody the best. I know you're never going to convince everybody, and some people just want to hate and give each other a hard time, but I go through life looking to be a friend to all. Some people just don't want to be a friend back. I try. Some people just don't like you. That's just the way it is. But I try. Oh, I'll never forget being down. I've said this before. I was down getting autographs in a Georgia game. I'll never forget. He's a Hall of Famer now. But I think I was the first one to ever ask. What's his name? Stroud, I think it was. We talked to so many. I think it was Stroud, and all of them went on to have great NFL careers. This goes back to the '90s, so they're all retired now. But he couldn't believe that I wanted his autograph. It's like, me? You want my autograph? Like, yeah, man. He said, all right. I don't think he'd ever been asked for that before. He was too used to the wide receivers and quarterbacks getting all the pub. I said, no, man. I told him, you're a great player and you're going to do great things. And he did too. He's a big dude. Wow. Marcus Stroud.
I don't think a lot of times people realize just how big those guys are, a lot of them. I mean,
you get downfield, for anybody that thought when they look on TV, they think, I could go out there and knock them old boys off the line. Go down to field level and just get up close to them as you can and watch. I went to a Falcons preseason one time down in Swanee. It was just a scrimmage. And you could get field level, though. They had caution tape up. You couldn't go by it. And I felt like I was about 2 foot tall watching those guys run around. It gives you a proper perspective and a respect for just how big these people are. Man.
Can you imagine? Because, you think about how many times Kirby Smarts have reached up there and grabbed them guys by the shoulder pads, kind of pulled them down a little bit to yell at them. He's brave.
Well, he's coach. That's called coach respect right there. You don't mess with your coach, but they actually, it gives them a little. They want to be gotten on to, most of them. They know it's making them better, but yeah, I wouldn't do it as a normal person. Coach can get away with that. Hey, I will tell you though that I knew a guy that played for Georgia Tech, and he was an offensive lineman, and this is back when. There's a couple of legendary coaches were coaching there. It was early in their career. One of the guys went on to Maryland. I can't remember where the other one went. But he said these guys, they're freshmen right out of high school. He said the first meeting that they had, that they came into, and he said and Rob is calling me. Why would Rob be calling me? He must be froze up. Let's check here. Hello.
Hey, we just had power went out and it's coming back on now.
Okay.
I called you. I didn't know it was coming back on.
All right.
So, I'll be back in just a sec as soon as I get everything rebooted.
You got it. See ya.
All right. Bye.
They've been having massive power outages down there. He says he's coming back. But anyway, Phrygian, I think, was one of them. And I'm trying to think of who the other one was. God, I can see his face. But anyway, he said the first day they came in the meeting room, all the guys in there, and they came in, they kicked a table over, they broke a chair. They heard word. He said, I heard words I didn't even know were words. Good morning, Miss Jen. He said, I heard words I didn't even know were cuss words. He said, I got to be honest with you. He said, it scared me to death. He said, later on, I got used to that world. He said, my high school coaches, they might holler and stuff every once, get you fired up, but nothing like that. He said, that was a culture shock. He said, there were guys in there that looked like they were about ready to run out of the room. But that was college football. And that's been, that was back in the, that's back in the 80s, I'm sure, because he was, it was in the 90s when he was a manager. Still had a lot of his, he started losing it because he didn't work out as much, but his bulk, they called him no neck because he was so big it looked like he didn't have a neck, was his nickname on the team. So if you're out there and you happen to hear this, God bless you. So Robert says he's getting on and off power, so I don't know if he's going to get back on or not. So if not, we'll just carry on. That happens. It's frustrating, but they had massive storms down there yesterday. In fact, we were texting with each other when lightning hit a tree beside his house. So it was pretty intense. And it has fluctuated the power down there quite a bit. So don't like those. I put Cyclones Attack. I don't know if you've heard about it. And we made us on the East Coast certainly could see some heavy rain, but on the Carolinas, they could get hammered. They think it's going to stay out in the ocean, but there is models that show it hitting. And if these two cyclones merge, and what it would mean for the East Coast as far as rain would be, that would be the worst part, would be the rain. So pay attention to that. So hopefully nothing bad. Let's pull up. I didn't pull it up because I wasn't thinking about going to that early. But let's pull up birthdays today and see who we got. Lots of birthdays today. If it's your birthday, God bless you and happy birthday. Serena Williams, tennis player, 44 years old. Jen Ortega, young TV actress, is 22. Lil Wayne, the rapper, birthday today, 42 years old today. And let's see here. Zoe Perry, I'm 41. Jim Caviezel, boy, he's done some iconic shows and movies. 56 today. Country singer Zach Top is 27. And let's see, maybe one more. Maybe not. Happy birthday to all of you, though, if it's your birthday. It's always good to have another birthday. There's a lot of folks who want to pray for. Jerry Barrett, who comes in the show a lot, he's been admitted back to Emory, and his wife's been keeping updates. He came in here the other morning, but pray for him. He's got some stuff going on, and he's at Emory. So shout out to him. We're praying for him. Just help us pray for Pastor Jerry Barrett. He's a fine fellow. He's a fine preacher and a fine fellow. And y'all pray for him and his wife. He has, he's just having some problems. Pray for her. It's hard for his wife to see this, and I don't think he'd mind me saying. I mean, he's a transplant. He has a transplant the body will reject, and his numbers were not going good. He got back in, and the body is trying to reject, and so they're trying to, help him with that. He was doing really good, I thought. I think he was for a while. Then he wasn't feeling good. She said he wasn't feeling good, so he wasn't saying a whole lot. So I think since the time he was on with us, he got to feel a little worse. So remember Pastor Jerry Barrett, Cornish Mountain Baptist Church, Cornish Mountain, Georgia. Good fellow. If you listen, brother, We love you, and we're praying for you because he does watch the show. If he feels like it, he would definitely chat. So he may not feel like it. But y'all pray for him. He tries to catch us as often as he can, and we appreciate the support. That's fine, Jen. I switched around a little bit. I didn't put it on that one. I was trying to work on the Rumble ones to see, and I may have forgot to go down and click it inside of there. I probably did. I was going to work on, I probably did. I was going to work on, working on different streams out of Rumble, which we are going to a number of things. And I think I forgot to go down and click on that. So, I did miss that. So, I normally did or do, and actually, I think what I meant to do was, and we can actually correct that on the fly. So, it should come up. And Rob's coming back in, so it should be on actually here in a second. We do about half out of StreamYard and half out of Rumble, so just switching some around. I'm doing some. We only have so many spots in StreamYard, so I've swung some of them over to Rumble when we do run Rumble Studio. It gives us a little extra spot, and we're trying to add in some. But thanks for telling me. Yeah, it should be up now. Rob's back.
I'm back. That was weird.
Yeah, I just got the
Power
notification. It came up. Okay. Thanks for telling me. Yeah, power and Wi-Fi. We didn't have some Wi-Fi. Well, yeah, I'm glad that your cat's doing good after a hard surgery. Pink outfit. Well, you just have to send us a picture.
Yeah.
Morning, Michael. Missed you and all the commotion that was going on. Appreciate you. Hope you're feeling good today. Pray for him as well.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I really would appreciate y'all praying for Jerry. He's a good man. A good man. Pray for my wife. She'll always appreciate that. Every day is a gift of God, and I'm glad to be here today.
Yeah, I'm trying to get everything set back up now. I'm glad everybody's out here with us this morning. Well, I can tell you the weather in South Georgia right now, without even pulling it up, it's wet.
By the way, folks, I don't like to shop too much. I really don't. I know what I want to go with it, and she may change. But I've been a big influence in my granddaughter's life. The one that lives with me. I absolutely like shopping with her. She gets her done. She takes off and does what she's got to do and beats me back a lot of times because she's just younger and faster. But we don't play around. We get her done. And she was aggravated yesterday that the self-checkout wasn't open. I guess people are stealing, so they don't use it much anymore in some stores. But she gets her done. I like that.
Yeah.
If you wanted to drive me crazy, just put me in a store shopping for day after day after day. I'd melt away. I'd blow up. I can't handle it. I just cannot handle getting pushed around by people with buggies. It's like everywhere you go, it's like you're dodging a buggy.
Or somebody, pushes their buggy right out in front of you, or you're going and you have to stop right then. I got a bad back. That's hard for me. And you stop, you got your buggy going, you got to stop, pull it back. Or somebody just walking down the aisle straight at you. It's not like they can't see you walking up the aisle, but they'll just run your butt over, I guess. or you'll move. People are just rude. And I don't like dealing with them a lot of times.
That's
I like
me.
people, but mm, mm.
And the people on
I like
the people on the Jazzies or whatever they call them, they're rough too.
Yes, they will sure enough run your butt over, and they don't mind either. They'll just run you over, and you'll be like laying there on the floor bleeding, and they'll be like, "Oh, should have got out of my way." Yeah. And these are the people that you want to help, when the time comes, and they got to get stuff and you see them struggling, you want to help them, and they'll just run your butt slap over. They don't care. They're not nice people sometimes. I think they're grumpy because they got to be in the Jazz.
I mean, if you're running across the parking lot, those things are really not that fast. I mean, I've helped pull them in the store many times. But if you're in a store where there ain't a lot of room, those things will take you out before you know it.
Yeah. I was at a store the other day. It's one of the big box retailers. I won't call the name. But I was going down the aisle, and I'm going down the aisle, and somebody from behind with her buggy ankled me. Got me right in the ankles. If you've never had a buggy roll up on your ankles, you haven't lived yet. It'll make you wish you wasn't living. I mean, because, and I wasn't paying attention behind me, and it was some kid with the buggy and just boom, right into my ankles. And I was turned around. If it had been a grown up, I'd have told him something, but it was a kid. And I was like, oh, so, I had to censor myself. And, but that's all right. I didn't say anything untoward to the youngin'. The mama was already chewing on the youngin'. And I told the youngin', I said, don't you worry about it. But, if it had been a grown man, I probably would have said something.
Probably so.
So
let's see if we can pull this picture up.
Uh-oh. I don't know which picture you're trying to pull up.
I'm going to pull up the cat.
Oh, okay.
Give me just a second. We should. Oh, not that one. There you go.
Don't pull the wrong one up now.
Oh, I don't have nothing like that. I don't have to worry.
Oh, no. I'm talking about where you're posing for some of your pictures out there.
I don't pose for pictures.
Oh. I did.
Give me just a second. Here we go. This cat just got surgery and feels like I probably would. It makes me want to go back to bed. I mean, here we go. There's the cat. All in pain.
Oh.
Resting comfortably. Got that look, though, like, what have you done to me?
He's got like look on his face going like, you're going to pay for this.
You're getting mean mugged. That looks like a mean mug picture. What do you think? That looks like a determined look right there.
That's a look say you're going to pay. You are going to pay. You wait one night while you're sleeping in your bed I'm going to crawl up and poop right in your face. That's what that looks like.
Life is rough
Oh.
sometimes. The cat goes under the knife, and Jen goes under the scissors and gets a new do. It's supposed to be girls' day out, and the cat's might be going, what the heck? I got the wrong clippers.
Oh.
I understand, Michael. Tough days, brother. You all right?
Oh. Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody that sits at home and goes, yeah, I'm going for surgery today. It's going to be a good day. I can't wait.
No, that is not what's said. I'm going in for surgery today. I hate everybody.
My wife's mother, who was like a second mom to me, I mean, she really was. I called her mom. But I told her she was sweet as pie. She'd get fired up if she needed to, but she was sweet as pie. But I think me and Lynn were still dating. I don't think we'd actually got married yet. And she was going in for surgery. And I think I was going to help drive them or something. I don't remember. Man, let me tell you, she's biting everybody's head off that morning. And I just stayed clear. Like I stayed, here I am, the boyfriend. I'm not even got the son-in-law title yet. So I just stayed kind of quiet. She was tearing into my wife, because she was scared. And it came out as anger, scared to death.
That's where you just duck your head and say, yes, ma'am.
That's it.
You're right. You are right. You're correct. She should have done better this morning. You're absolutely right. What can I do to help you? And then when you get home, you have to pay for it from your wife, but or your girlfriend. But at that point in time, it's a matter of survival.
Dang right. I didn't want nothing like that going on.
No. There's something I do want to bring up this morning. There's a couple of news stories that I want to mention this morning. It's Marcia Morey defends the bail system in North Carolina after the guy murdered the Irina Zarutska. Am I saying her name right? I hope I am. The Ukrainian refugee from the train. But this representative, Marcia Morey, said there's no correlation between her murder and the fact that her accused killer had been released from jail 14 times. You hear that, Dave? 14 times. They had this knucklehead in jail for violent offenses and stuff like that. And he was still out to do this horrendous act. And she's defending it. There's no correlation between those two. What in the world? And this woman used to be a judge. How can there be no correlation there? Been released 14 times.
It happens every day, and many more than that. 14 is probably a low number, to be honest. It happens all the time. We don't. You got two or three things in motion here. You got one is you got those that want to release those people. They absolutely looking for every way they can to release them back because they see them as the victim and they've tried to treat this guy as a victim because they say he needed mental health support and he wasn't getting it. So it's obviously conservatives' fault for cutting funding. That's one of the things that's been said. Two is, in a lot of cases, and I'm not justifying this at all, there's no room for them. The jails are packed, and there's no help. A lot of our prisons are running, and jails are running on skeleton crews, and areas they don't have bed space. And so we got to come up with a solution here. A lot of taxpayers don't want to hear we got to spend money to build a new prison or expand a prison. They don't. It's not a popular subject, to be honest. And nobody wants a jail in their backyard. It's like having a landfill. Nobody wants it. Right. So people just turn their head. If it's not in their area, nobody really even cares. I mean, they just don't pay attention until something happens. But in many cities, this is common. I mean, it's just a fact. It is. The courts are jammed up, and they sidebar a lot of this stuff. Very few cases are a trial. They usually just sidebar stuff, and you've got, I don't know about in a bigger city, but around here, your public defenders, which is what he would have, they're probably working 400 cases apiece, at least. Nowadays, It's probably more, and they just roll them in there like cattle, and they try to find some way to get them out on bail. Yeah, it's a mess. I mean, we have a real problem in America but this is not uncommon. This guy is only representative of what's walking around us every day in America.
Wow.
I hate to say it's true, though.
It's ridiculous, though. And I agree with you. I hate to say it. But you're right. I mean, they're kicking them out as quick as they can get them in. They don't take enough time to look at the case, really, because they're in such a hurry trying to get in and out that stuff gets looked over. And it's sad.
They do. It's just go sit in court sometimes, folks. It's fascinating to watch how this works. It's just bam, 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 bam. They're just dealing cases left and right. It's like, okay, then let's go to lunch. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. And you don't have court every day.
No. But, and I try to be understanding about the courts and stuff like that. And they've got a huge, huge job ahead of them. But this kind of points out the problem. This brings the problem to light. And, 14 times he's been released. And this Democrat representative's getting up there. It's like, oh, there's no correlation here. We let him go 14 times. There's no correlation here between that and the fact that he killed this young lady. If the system's broken or if it's messed up, it needs to be fixed. If the jails have to be expanded or whatever, you need to push for that. But don't just throw out there, no correlation here. I mean, what does that do to that young lady's parents or her loved ones? She died. This guy was released 14 times. And then somebody says, it's got nothing to do with that. You had 14 chances if you needed mental health to try to help him.
They will counter that there's not enough resources there to help, that because we shut down a lot of the institutions and or the access to the mental health medications. That's just what's being said. I'm not defending this guy. The guy needs to be put to death, but that's what they're going to say. That's how they justify that. It's sad. It's horrible, but I'm going to tell you what'll happen is in about 90 days, this story will fade from view. Sadly, it will fade from view. There'll be other things that'll pop up, and it'll go into the dustbins of history, sadly, because we moved to the next story so quickly in America, and maybe this will have a little more energy because it's gotten a lot more attention, but we move on so fast. I mean, look, how often do you hear Laken Riley's name anymore?
You don't.
And look how big that case was. This case will die. Only when something happens to him, he's dispositioned in some way, will this case, it'll fade.
Yeah. Well, and Michael, that comment you made was lead into the other story that caught my eye this morning. Finally, Dave, they did something. They have finally got something done, I think, with the FBI, Cash Patel, Dan Bajingo, whatever. Comey's been indicted for lying to Congress, obstruction of Congress, and false statements. Imagine that. Can you believe it?
It only took until about 5 days before the case was not going to be able to be brought that they actually did that. I believe Tuesday was the deadline to actually bring the charges, but they did.
Yeah, I mean, they cut it close, but I guess they want to take all the time that they could to get everything going. Steve said, shopping carts to the Achilles, trailer hitch is greater than trailer hitch to the shin. I can almost agree with that. It's our Celtic blacksmith out there from Half Pine Forge. Y'all go to Half Pine Forge, give him a like and a follow. He's a great guy. You'll enjoy it. Kind of looks like a fat Aquaman with his long hair and everything. You'll really get a kick out of it. He's a funny guy. But Michael said Comey is saying he's not going to be in jail because they don't have anything to prosecute him on. He's innocent. You know, I just this guy here is just slimy to me. And I don't know, maybe I'm nuts, but he just seems slimy to me. Like he's always smarter than everybody else around him and everything else. I think he did lie, or at least did not give the information in such a way to where it could be used. You know what I mean? It couldn't be, double talk and everything else and trying to cover his butt and all this kind of stuff instead of just playing the facts out, which is what I feel like somebody from the FBI ought to do, is lay the facts out. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to bend it or slant it. Just lay them out. Just lay the facts out. He didn't do that. He didn't. And I think if you're in the FBI, unless you're legally obligated not to, there are times when you're legally obligated to not answer questions. But if you're legally obligated, if you're not legally obligated to say, hey, I can't answer that, then you should answer truthfully and lay the facts out. Don't make them have to dig for information. Just say, hey, here it is. Boom. I know there's if you have to plead the fifth, you have to plead the fifth. But, come on.
Speaking of Celtic, Half Pine Forge Live will be live tonight. The Friday night beatdown, or hammered. I think he calls that hammered. Hammered on a Friday night, something like that.
Getting hammered. That's his version of getting hammered. He goes out there and he beats on metal. You're right, Michael. He will. Nothing will be done with that. I don't believe, but at least maybe the world can see him for who and what he is. In my opinion, that's an important thing too. I hate to see anybody just get away with something like that. To me, in my opinion, Rob's opinion, he just made that whole FBI thing, just all of FBI, just meaningless to me. They'll just go up there and tell you what you want to hear or what you don't want to hear, and then just walk on. I just, ugh.
Lots of problems.
What happened in the Seahawks? Yeah. What happened in that Seahawks Cardinals game? Something about a fumble at the end of it. Did you watch the game?
I did not watch it.
says Seahawks interception turns into fumble after defender runs into his own teammate. How embarrassing would that be? You get an interception, you start running it back, you run over your own guy and drop the ball. So the Cardinals got the ball, got to shut it down.
I did enjoy seeing Jordan Davis run the ball back the other day.
Yes, that's a big old boy. Man, he was moving.
He's a cool guy. He's going to do a lot in his life. I think this guy will have a big career after football. He has a magnetic presence and he has a real big smile. I could see him being involved in television or as music or even podcasting. He's going to do something. It might even be TV football. He's just got that personality. He's going to do well. People are drawn to that guy, and he will have that effect. So he'll have a long career as long as he don't get hurt. He's a heck of a young man. Good guy. That's why I say when everybody thinks all football players are this or that or whatever, he's one of those guys you point to and say, don't label everybody the same. This guy is different. He is. He's just he's a very respectful young man. He plays hard with passion. He's humble. You know, he treats his teammates with respect. I just love that.
Yeah. I hadn't heard about that, Michael. Says Erica Kirk will be running the show starting Monday. That's awesome. And I really hope it explodes. I'm glad to see her doing that. But the Seahawks play where they picked up the ball, the guy intercepted the ball, then fumbled it. The comments on that, some of the comments are amazing. One guy said, most normal Seahawks play. And another guy said, that's the NFL's version of Uno reverse card. Because, all the fans would, yay, we are cool. Oh, crap, we suck. Yeah. I intercepted it. I dropped it.
It's something the Falcons would do.
Yes. Did they draft another punter this year? I think they drafted 2 punters.
They drafted great players. They're just Falcons. They find a way to lose.
What? I mean, I know the Falcons can snatch victory from the jaws of defeat any chance they get, or defeat from the jaws of victory every chance they get. Or is this a coaching issue, or is it an interference issue from the owner? That's my question. The Falcons have the talent to be an outstanding team. They've got talent. So if they've got the talent, is it not being developed properly? I mean, what's the issue here? I mean, or is it just a jinx?
I don't know. I'm not smart enough to figure it out. I just wish they'd do better.
Amen. And why are the Braves suddenly just exploding? They've sucked all year long. Now all of a sudden they're exploding. They don't suck anymore. And it's right here at the end of the season where they just waiting to get did it take them that long to get their timing down?
I know they had some
they're
injuries.
on a monster run.
I don't know if they did have some injuries starting the year, and they've got some young players they're bringing along, but that's another one. Braves should do better, and they don't. But they do. They're never going to be great consistently because they're not owned by someone who will pour the money into them that's needed. They're owned by an investment corporation, and they just are not going to let them spend money outside of a certain model. So sometimes they're just not going to get the money to get the players they need. They have to take chances on older players or players coming back from injury sometimes in certain key positions. And their pitching needs a boost. It really does, or it has needed it.
Hey, we should put that pink dress on that cat back up here, and I can show Chuck what he could be wearing.
That would be damaging. I don't want to emotionally damage Chuck.
Oh,
see you, Michael.
You see him bite me? You little snot. Why are you gonna bite me? Oh, look at him. Hey, now he's gonna lick me. He's gonna give me a bath. I must stink this morning. Oh no, this is my big old buddy. He is getting smaller. He cut back on the feed. Hey, Michael, love you, brother. You do what you got to do, okay? We'll see you on the next one. But, is him wanting to sit in the lap or is he wanting down? All right. As you can tell, his tail's still right here. So he's still on the scene, guys. But there's so much, that whole investment firm and stuff like that run the Falcons. I know they don't want to put a lot of money out there. I know that they're wanting to do it cheap, but the Falcons are going to suck until they do what they need to do.
Well,
and the Falcons say that.
The Falcons have an owner, a billionaire owner, but the Braves are the ones that's investment house. But there has been those allegations that Blank is too involved in messing with the team. But I don't know. Yeah. I only know what I read. I really don't know. I'm not sold that this coaching staff is all that they thought it would be. And I think the fans are seeing that. For all the bragging about getting these coaches, there's not much bragging going on right now.
No.
They seem to be too predictable. That's what I'm reading on their offensive play calls. And again, I'm not an expert and I don't know. But maybe they'll get it together. I'm just a fan, but I sure would like to see them do better.
We in our lifetime, we had that long dry stretch with our Bulldogs with no national title. And I was beginning to be concerned that we might not live long enough to see Georgia win another title. But now they've won 2 recently. They went back to back. I'd like to see them do it again, but we've got 2 wins with the Dogs. Then we had the year where we had the Braves and the Dogs winning it all, and now we need to get the Falcons on board. I want to see the Falcons win a Super Bowl. I don't remember in my lifetime happening. Do you?
You don't remember it happening?
That's because it never has. Winning a Super Bowl.
It never has.
So, that explains it.
They've been in a couple of them.
We need to see this. Yeah. We need to see this. Well, I want to see the Falcons win a Super Bowl. That way, all 3 of my main Georgia teams will have won it all. We got the Dogs, we got the Braves. Now we need the Falcons to get on board in this. Come on, guys. You dirty birds, get out there. Play some football. Get hard, get mean, get loud. I can come up there and give y'all some pointers if you like. I'm not a coach or a professional or nothing like that, but you know, I can come up there and give you some pointers on getting loud, getting mean, and getting proud. Come on, do it. Win one for the clickbait.
And they built that
Oh, it looks
fantastic stadium, but they jacked the prices up, and a lot of people that were longtime season ticket holders couldn't afford it. So it's been controversial to the point where it's just a lot about it. Like, did you have to really have this stadium to get this kind of product on the field? You know,
yeah. You got
there's a
this
lot of
first
people
class.
that said they wish the Falcons had left the city. There's been 2 or 3. He talked about moving them, and there's a lot of people that said, "I wish you would." We'll wait on the next team. It is a history of futility from 1966 till now. They have been bad most seasons. Most.
Yeah. I remember Jerry Glanville coaching the Falcons, and I remember, I didn't know that much about football way back then, but there's a lot of people talking, well, he's running that dead gun offense. That's old news. Everybody knows what you're going to do then.
Well, it was the flavor of the moment, and some teams had some success with it, but not to the point of a Super Bowl win. But I'll be honest, I think the reason they ran it was they didn't have the players to run another traditional offense. So it was a little gimmicky to try to – it worked to a point. We'll say that. It worked to a point.
Yeah.
But this is the team. This is the team that traded away Brett Favre. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. 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 I mean,
and Chris Chandler
he's never going to make it. Oh, I remember that. This quarterback's never going to make it in the NFL. Who is this? What's his name? Brett Favre. Who's that? What's a silly name? Nobody's going to remember that name.
I had the old football card of him in a Falcons, jersey and uniform. I had a guy. He called me a liar one time when I said that he was a Falcon. I went and got the card and showed it to him. I said, dude, educate yourself. I said, nobody's ever going to remember that, but it's the truth. Steve, what are you building tonight, or what are you making tonight, bud? What's going to be in the flames tonight, man?
I've heard a rumor that Steve might be trying to make himself a pair of metal underwear.
I have a question.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm thinking at least a codpiece there. You could hammer out and give yourself some protection as you're walking around out there on the street. Just saying, just throwing the idea out there, and that would put you in the win zone thing. Whatever, I'm quite sure that would work. Just a codpiece. Oh, tonight's going to be a very special show. Very special indeed. I have no idea what I'm making. I just threw you an idea out there. Codpiece. You can do it. Hammer it out. You got this. Do a little bit of leather work. Make you a belt for it. I'm just saying.
I don't think he does leather.
I think all I had to do is just make some slots.
It's all metal.
It's all metal.
I'm not going to say he don't have some leather straps somewhere. I'm not saying that. But making them, I don't think he does that. Actually, I think his Tinker Tuesday is the better show. And the reason I say that is because he's tinkering around and he's knocking stuff over in his shop and rearranging, and it's just a lot of eventful stuff going on.
You know, I'm just trying to picture Steve in there, you know, fumbling around his shop, you know, at dropping stuff, hitting his foot with the hammer when he drops it, you know, screaming at it, Pamela Hammerson, I can't believe you landed on my foot like that. Or going up, getting frustrated and kicking his anvil. And Angelina Jolie, I'm sorry. You know.
And I'm sorry, Steve, I didn't know you did leather. I did not know that. I've learned something else about the man today. He does leather. Just not as much as metal.
Steve,
so you mean you could make a belt to spank people with?
Steve, I just figured it out. What's her name that wants you to make her a sword? Make her a leather sword and mail it to her. Say, there you go. There's your sword for your youngin'. And he'll be able to hit people with it, and he won't hurt nobody. Well, bad. I mean, if it's heavy leather, it would hurt. But, you know, of course, if you hit mama with it, then, you know, she'd get the leg, but, you know, you get the laugh. But, you know.
Steve.
I'm waiting on the right woman to come on to make a spanking belt. He said, oh my God, leather sword is perfect. You're welcome. Or even wooden. Absolutely, dude. I'm telling you. Just mail her a piece of 2x4 about that long. And say, there's your sword. Draw a sword on it with a pen or a pencil. Just draw a sword out on the 2x4 and mail it to her. It's a sword. Then you can say, well, I've met my obligation that you put on me that I didn't even agree to.
I think the sword she wants is Steve.
Ooh.
He's the sword.
Ooh, that's not nice, Dave. That's not nice. Everybody expects that kind of stuff. It's like
I didn't say nothing wrong. What did I say wrong?
Somebody the other day made the comment. I think it was when you used cornholing as a verb. That, you know, we expect this from Rob, not from you, Dave. And you know, there's another instance of everybody going.
I just said he's the sword. Where's your mind at?
Apparently not the same place. Yeah, Jenneth said that. See, it was Jenneth that said that.
Well, this don't happen when she's around. It's only with you.
Do what?
So what does that tell you? You're a bad influence. But I don't see nothing wrong with what I said.
I don't either.
He's like a big, tall broadsword. That's what he is. He projects strength.
I think he's more like a big, tall broad. Love you, Steve. You know, especially when he's got his badge. I promise you, he looks like Michelle Obama from behind. And I know I had to find a way to work that in this morning, you know, but.
Well, when have you ever saw him from behind?
Every time he's on his show,
without a shirt on. Without a shirt on.
Well, I've never seen Michelle Obama without her shirt on either, but I could tell those two look alike.
Well, she's went.
It's down lower.
She's went shoulders out.
Steve's got that asymmetrical dragon ass, just like Michelle Obama does, and it just kind of just hangs there a little bit, and drooping, dragging, droopy drawers, whatever. It looks like he's a little tight in the flaps and loose in the rudders, like Michelle does. And it bulges in where it shouldn't, and it sags where it shouldn't, and it's just, I'm just saying. I'm going to have Steve so self-conscious he'll never turn his back to the camera again. I'm just joking, Steve. I'm just joking. You don't look that much like Michelle Obama from behind, just a little bit.
You're going to keep it up, and he's going to have a banner flying over your house. He's going to pay for somebody to fly a banner and put something on it about you flying over your city.
Dude, that would be awesome. I'd take video.
That'd be hilarious.
I'd put it on the show. Dude. Now, Steve, whenever you get ready to fire back.
I bet down there where you live, it don't cost that much to do that.
Just told me to hush while I'm ahead.
Hey, what? You got all them people that hit those crops down there. You need to find out about that. We ought to do one for the podcast. And, fly it over the city, man. Fly the banner around. People see that stuff. It's not that expensive, man.
I think it would be. I'll check into it, but
I've known people who have done that. It's not that expensive, man.
Okay.
If you got a good old boy that's going to be going up and doing crop dusting anyway, all they got to do is just do the banner too, man. Do a couple of laps around the city.
You realize when they go through and they spray that stuff, they're going to be spraying that banner too, right?
Well, they fly the banner first, then it don't matter, dude.
Okay.
Work with me here, man. Work with me here.
I'm trying to work with you. I'm trying. We can. I think a hot air balloon with our SFP symbol on it.
I'll just call and check on it. I think it's a good idea. I do. I've known people who have done it. It's very popular.
Okay.
People do around elections and stuff. It's not that expensive, man.
Okay. We'll check into it. All right. Well, you got to take youngins to school. I know I've seen one in there already this morning.
Been 3 in here.
3 in here. Okay. Well, you keep them straight. Get them to school. You got everybody. I hope y'all have a great, wonderful day. Thank you for joining in with us. God bless you all. You got anything else before we cut out of here this morning?
Nope, I'm done.
All right. Well, God bless everybody. Dave, get the girls to school. And we will see y'all at lunchtime. And hopefully, if I can keep my internet up. And then tonight for Front Porch Talking.
Have a good one, everybody.
Yeah. Salute.
God bless everybody.
Join on in for a while. So come on in and have a blast for a good time that will last. Start your day with a smile, with the hosts that do the most. Get up, pray up, coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right.